Okay, let's talk about the second key to creating the transformation that we're talking about in your health, such that you no longer need medications or are able to avoid medication or significant surgery that you're heading for. And I'll give you some more stories in a moment. The second key is being willing to engage in simple daily processes you can do anywhere. Not only take a few minutes a day, but can have a powerful effect on transforming your belief and the patterns going on in your mind, your emotions, and your body that can all affect healing. Okay, we're seeking to turn your body and put it on a different path from the path that it's heading on and change key patterns. Okay, and so there's some simple things we want to engage in daily to change those patterns. What are a few examples? These could be things as simple as deep breathing and relaxing, taking a few minutes to begin and end your day with some deep breathing and relaxation. How about prayer or meditation? Okay, really getting in touch with something that takes you out of your stresses and your immediate circumstances and allows, again, some different alignments and healing to start to flow through your body. Okay, allow the processes that other physical processes we'll talk about to take effect without resisting them. Okay, and these types of steps can also reinforce the belief steps that you took in the first key. All right, what's another example? Even the beginning and ending your day with gratitude, taking a few minutes with that. Okay, and I know a lot of you that have read my weekly easing have been exposed to a lot of these simple processes and resources that can make a big difference for you. Another one is something called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. A very powerful and very simple process, and I like it especially because it integrates both the connection between mind, emotions, and body, patterns in your body, and allows you to make a shift almost instantaneously just through the process of Emotional Freedom Technique. And it's something you can learn more about online, or we'll have some resources for you as well in the near future. Now, Emotional Freedom Technique is something you can do in just a few minutes a day to shift your patterns daily. So these types of daily processes, how you begin and end your day, deep breathing, relaxation, prayer and meditation, Emotional Freedom Technique, gratitude, beginning and ending your day with gratitude, just some examples that can make a huge difference though on the healing steps and the physical steps that you take to transform your health. That's the second key, the willingness to engage in these daily processes. Now, let me give you a simple example. Okay, something very simple, even more simple than the example of the things that I just gave you. One is, I just spoke to a dear family member just the other day who's been really struggling with insomnia. So much so that it really makes him anxious and afraid that he's not going to be able to sleep. And he's been on medication on and off and recently got put on some more medication, but that also makes him nervous and he doesn't want to get dependent on the medication. So anyway, he's had some nights where he hasn't slept well, he wakes up groggy, he's on this medication. But he read from a very helpful pharmacist who gave him some educational material. He read some other factors, simple processes, that can affect his sleep in this case. Okay? And one of the things he read is that it's good, if you have trouble with sleeping, not to exercise right before you go to bed. Okay, it seems obvious, but in this case it had a very profound effect for him because he started, the very first night after reading that, he actually exercised earlier and took more time to kind of unwind and relax before going to bed. And at the same time, he simply chose, this was his choice, but he chose to cut his sleeping medication in half. Okay, to see, because he had just started to see if he could wean himself off it already. He actually had the best night's sleep he's had in a while, 7 hours, and woke up refreshed. Okay, so this is just an example of engaging in a simple process, in this case, shifting when he did his exercise and allowing himself to unwind before going to bed, that had a profound effect on his experience, which was his sleep, and on his need for medication. So that's just another example. Okay, what's the third key? I've got some great stories for you here. So let's move on to the third key to really creating this life transformation in the area of your health and your need for medication.